Hi, welcome to my kitchen. I'm going to do a redo of my stuffed shells. Okay, I did some just recently and I added a little bit to it, so I ended up liking it, and I'm just going to share that with you. I am browning 2.5 pounds of hamburger. I'm cutting up my onion. Matter of fact, I'm going to cut it up in my chopper, because one of the family members don't like onion. In this way, they may not know what's in there. You have to do what you have to do. I'm sorry. But get used to onion, folks, because I use onion in my cooking. But anyway, I wanted to redo this. I guess I could use less onion, but I don't like doing that. Let me rinse my hand off. Now, I've got my hamburger over there browning. Stir that up a little bit with my onion so we get our onion all browned in that, sauteed. I love stuffed shells. Anybody that loves pasta, I love them. Which pasta is one of the main dishes, I think, in our family. We love it any way you fix it. So, Greg sent me a picture of his garden, and oh my goodness, his green beans. Told him, get ready, you're gonna be canning green beans. I wish I was ready to can them. Mine's coming up now, though. It's nothing like home canned green beans. Now, you don't have to use fresh garlic like I'm using. You can use your garlic powder if you would prefer. That's fine. When I can use fresh garlic, I always use it. So, now I cooked my shells ahead. I feel like it's about 190 degrees in here, and it's really not, but that's me when it starts getting warm. So now we're going to add our garlic, and that smells yummy, yummy, yummy with my onion in there. Then we're going to add a tablespoon of oregano. And we're going to add a tablespoon, it says a tablespoon of celery seeds. I'm adding my dried celery that I did. I'll have the directions, of course, underneath it all, so you can have it. I'm just using what I do, so get rid of it. Okay, I'm going to read this off. Like I said, we'll have everything posted down below. It takes 2.5 pounds of ground beef, 1 pint of tomatoes, guys, 1 quart of spaghetti sauce, 1 medium onion, 1 diced up clove, which you saw how many I used, just according to what you like, a tablespoon of celery seed, and a tablespoon of oregano, salt and pepper to your taste, 2 to 3 cups of cheese, and that again is according to what you like. And I have already got my shells cooked. So, just stir it in real good. I'm gonna add, I've got my own tomatoes, so bear with me, but you don't have to use your own. You can buy them, but I can them, so I'm going to add, I added my tomato sauce. I'm going to add some. And you want to add a tablespoon of seasoning, salt to it. Okay. I love the magic seasoning salt. I just love it. It's seasoning. I said seasoning salt, seasoning, because there's no salt in it. And then we're going to use our pepper. And that's according to how much you guys like in your family. Make it your own. And then we're going to stir that all up real good. Bring all those flavors together. And this is so good. And you know what's good about it? You can have it for leftover. You can mix it up one day and have it the next day for your meal. If you don't have time, just mix it all up, and the next day you can have it. You might want to make it the night before you go to bed, and then bake it in the morning. That's the next day for lunch or for Sunday dinner or whatever. I know my daughter said, I asked her if she wanted some. She said, oh, I would love it, but I've already got today's meal done. She said, well, I'll take some for tomorrow. I said, okay. So that's what she's doing. And that's good because you can do that. Now, I'm going to let that simmer for a little bit. And check my shells. They're just about cold. You want to mix them up just a little bit every once in a while. Turn them over so you keep them from sticking together too bad. There. Like I said, it was one of my dad loved it. His brother, it was his wife's recipe, Aunt Wanda Faye. She was a stinker. I loved her so much. She could cook up a storm, but I'll tell you, when she made this, don't let the family know because they was going to show up for dinner. She would make it, she'd double that recipe and wouldn't have any left over when everybody got done eating because it was gone. She just, it was delicious. And she was so sweet to share it with me. I'm going to put that out in a bowl now because we're going to have to, it's all cooked together. I can smell that. Oh, it smells so good. I wish y'all were here to eat it with me. I'm going to let that set for a little while and cool off because I think if I try stuffing it right now, I'm going to burn my hands. So I'll be back shortly. Okay, I'm back. They're still hot, but here, I can do them. Now I'm going to put on half my cheese on the first layer because this is going to be 2 layers. Okay, go. smells so good in my kitchen. But my Aunt Wanda Faye used to make this, and oh, it was always so good. Anytime she was making it, everybody went over, that's for sure. I used to go to Michigan a lot and stay in the summer and on my breaks at school and stay with her and Uncle Ernest. It was always so much fun until they started having their own children. Then I didn't get to go as much, but they were so sweet. You know, you look back at those days and you just think of all the wonderful times you have, and really, you know, sometimes you took for granted those times. They had two beautiful daughters. Aunt Wanda passed first, and then Uncle Ernest. Uncle Ernest was Daddy's brother next to him, and they traveled together a lot, him and Daddy and Mom and Aunt Wanda. They traveled in their motorhomes and their campers, and they really enjoyed it. I know after my daddy passed, I'd call Uncle Ernest, and the first time I called him and asked him something, I said, you know, Uncle Ernest, I forgot how to do this. There's something in my basement, which Uncle Ernest had a waterproofing company, and he told me how to do it. He says, well, you had a good daddy. He says, oh, I guess I'll just have to fill in for him for now. So anytime you have a question, you just call me. I called him a couple different times for questions. He was a sweetheart. I loved him so much. He loved his daughters more than, I don't know. I don't know of any father that loved their daughters as much as he did his, and he showed it. He worshipped those girls almost. Anything they wanted that was within reason, they got. And he was so proud of them. He was so proud of Sharon. She was, I think, going to school to be an accountant there just before he passed. And he was, oh, so proud of her. Linda had passed away earlier. She had a heart attack. And Sharon was still living. Sharon took care of him before he died. Did a wonderful job. I said, us girls never know what we're going to have to do with our daddies and mommies. But I know when Sharon Kay got married, Aunt Wanda kept calling me, telling me all the beautiful things that Sharon was making for her wedding. She did everything for it. She was so proud of her. I'm going to set this stuff aside, wash my hands, be right back. Guess I should have brought my towel back with me. Made a big mess, didn't I? Well, now I'm going to add my next layer of cheese on here. Mess. Now I'm going to put this in the oven at 350 for a little bit. Let this cheese melt. Don't have to be in there long because everything in there is cooked already. So we'll just let it melt. And then I'll be right back with you. I'm going to put this in the oven at 350. Let that cheese melt, and I'll be back. Well, I am back, and I have my stuffed shells out of the oven. And oh, they smell so yummy. All I need now is a couple breadsticks to go with them. I know they're hot, but I gotta taste one. Can I get one out at that's not as hot and they all come out of the oven? Okay. Oh my. There. It's gonna be hot. But we're gonna taste it anyway. Oh. You know, I was telling you that my Aunt Wanda made this. Uncle Ernest was in several different branches of the service, the Army, Navy, and I don't know what all. But when he was stationed, I think he was in the Navy when he was stationed in Japan. And that's when I was born. That was back many moons ago. And when I was born, I don't know why he got to name me, but he did. My parents let him know that I was born, and he was the one that got to name me. I don't know if that was why I loved him so much, but I don't think so, because I just loved him because he was such a sweetheart. He was always so kind to all the kids. But he sent me a dress, a little blue dress, has a little white collar to it. It had little white pockets on it, and it was made out of all lace fabric. And I just loved that dress. As I got older and knew the story behind it, I loved that dress, and I still have it. And my great-granddaughter was born, and I asked my granddaughter if I could put it on her and take a picture of her, and she said, well, sure. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to have to do it pretty soon because she's getting big. She's so cute. But that's going to be a treasure to get to have her wear that dress that is over 70 years old. And to think that he's the one that bought it for me. And it's kind of neat because his name was Ernest Paul, and Aunt Wanda's name was Wanda Fay. And when I had my daughter, I named her Paula Fay after Uncle Ernest and Aunt Wanda. So I'm going to get that dress and get it out and put it on my great-granddaughter. And maybe I'll get a picture of it for you. Anyway, now I'm going to try this. It should be cool. But Uncle Ernest and Aunt Wanda were always very special to me. Oh my. Oh, that is delicious. Delicious. Now we're going to have all the ingredients as posted down below. I hope you'll try it. Let me know if you like it. Let me know if you've tried it before. Let me know if you change it. Then maybe I'll change it too. But we'll be bringing you a lot more recipes this summer, a lot of summer recipes. So we thank you for staying with us. We just love you bunches. So just hang in there and we'll bring you a lot of recipes. Thank you bunches.